Afternoon, Shaggy SoCal Tool for Forza, and time for track guide for the second race we're going to be doing this Thursday. Well, actually, I'm saying this Thursday. This Thursday upcoming is Thanksgiving, so this is actually track guide for 2 weeks from now. So, how easy I forget how quickly the holidays are upon us. So again, the one race will be at the Hakone GP circuit. The other race is going to be here at Yas Marina on the full circuit. Standard track guide format. I'm going to go out, run a couple laps of medium tires, make a whole bunch of mistakes, but then hopefully do a just kind of a track walk. What I think the car needs, what I'm trying to do to get the car around the circuit, even where I'm struggling. There's still a couple places I'm still not comfortable with yet. And then I'm going to try and run another mock race against the Drivatars just to kind of brush up on my questionable racecraft and hopefully not get a 60-second penalty for going off track. I think I got it because it was before start finish and letting everybody by. So I don't know what the game is doing there on that one, but hopefully we don't run into the same struggles we had last race. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. Skip all that cutscene stuff. And just readjust my seating a little bit so I feel a little more comfortable. Gear, gonna break at the 3 board, the 100 board there. Keep it the 3rd. And in. You can use a lot of that inside curbing, but the wall will punish you if you hit it. It's curving there. 3rd gear, 4th gear. The car in. It's gonna push. That's okay because we can use a bit of this exit curving if we need to. As we head down to the hairpin. Braking just at the brake in the kind of the striped lines on the outside. Yeah, I punched the throttle out, but if you can manage the wheel spin for a little counter steer in. The medium tire, the soft tire you can brake at the 150, at least I can brake at the 150. I got to brake a little bit before that on the medium and the hard. Again, the tire's still a little bit cold. Cross over that, bumpy. I think there's just going to be parts of the circuit where you're going to be putting the car in a very uncomfortable position, so be ready for that. It's one of those, I think I've just about got it figured out. Just not used to going way wide out here. Trying to find that. I've been too narrow in there and I've had struggle getting out of the corner. I've been too wide. I'm trying to find that Goldilocks line through that second hairpin. Gentle on the throttle here. Cross over here. This is this next right hander I'm also struggling with. Can't quite find about the best I've taken it. Third gear. Second gear might be better there. Let's do one more lap. And then I will talk about where I'm having troubles. Brake at the curb change. And out. And I'll get on the curbing here a little bit, but it'll smooth out. Turn at the white line. Bumpy. Keep it in 3rd this time, just to help keep the front end from washing out. Apex there. All right, let's see if the tires are a little more fully warmed up. Gear, there we go. Just get on that curbing a little bit. Keep the mid track. I'll open that up a little bit more. Still gonna have to fight the car over that curbing. out. Gonna brake at the pavement change. See, I'm just in the previous lap. You could see where I would slightly lock the tires. That's about the best I think I've taken that. I don't know if that's the ideal line or not. A bit late there, but I will work with it. Still pushing. I'm carrying a little too much speed in is part of the problem because it's not quite a 90-degree corner. I just haven't kind of figured out the right combination of like when to turn, when to brake. All right, so let's do the track walk portion. So fourth gear heading down the front straight here for turn one. I'm going to start braking. At least on the medium and the hard tires, I'll probably be braking right about where the where's reverse? There's reverse. Kind of right where, the the apron or the striping there changes for the curbing on the outside. So right where it goes red and white. Brake, 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 brake. Probably releasing the brakes and turning in shortly before the 50 board, but you can use a lot of, you can use the I'm off track now because I'm fully on the backside of the curbing. So there are track limits there, but you can certainly use a lot of this curbing on the apex to get through it. Let the car roll out. Again, if you want to keep it neat and tidy, that's fine. If you get on this curbing, again, you're going a straight line. As long as you're going straight, you're not still trying to turn. It'll smooth out a little bit about here, but you can start bringing the car back over slowly. Mainly, I'm trying to keep it to the right. As I get to the white line here on the outside, that's where I'm going to start to turn the car in. Probably third gear, maybe fourth. Might need to breathe the throttle, but I'm also going to be aggressive with the curbing. So I'm going to straddle going across, bring it back out. Third gear, fourth gear. I think that's personal preference and tire dependent. I think if you're on the soft compounder like that, fourth might be better because you'll have a little more grip just out of the tire. This is another one of those when I talk about, do you want the car on its toes or on its heels? If you want it on its toes, leave it in third, keep it high in the rev range. When you ease off the throttle, and the engine braking is going to put a little more weight on the front tires. If you have it in fourth, you might need to brake a little bit more, or you know, I never advise putting more wheel in to try and slow the car down because you scrub the tires more, and then you put it in position that once they grip up, the car's going to want to hook a bit. So third or fourth gear, try to keep it the inside. You can get on this curbing. What I'm looking for on the exit is you can see the access road here on the right side where it's coming out to the track. Between that, as I'm getting to that, and I can start to see the first set of cones on the outside, provided nobody in front of me has knocked them down. This is about where I'm going to really start to try and commit back into the throttle. Because at that point, I know that I can bring the car out, open the steering up, let the car come out. And if I need to, I can get on this curbing here. Probably will do that more often than not. Third gear, fourth gear. Bring the car back to the right side. And then what I'm looking for here, the 100 board for me is too late. I've not been able to get that one sorted out. So consistency wise, I'm braking right kind of where the painted curbing ends, this gap between, well, again, we have it here in test drive. We won't have it in the race. But where the timing line starts is about where I'm going to be braking for the hairpin. Maybe as I get on the softer tires, maybe I can experiment a little bit with how deep I can brake into the corner and still make it. But let me put it back in a second. Brake, 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 brake. This is, for me, a late apex corner. I'm not going to let the apex go completely out of view, but I will take a wider entry and try to get late apex here and then start rolling back into the throttle and full throttle out. As you saw in kind of the demo laps, and I'm sure I'll be doing it during the race, I'll probably get a little too stabby with the throttle and have to do, some flick the steering wheel to kind of keep the car in line. But then we head down the the first of two long straightaways. And it narrows up as we get to the turn. Braking on the soft tire, Doing a lot of talking today, not a lot of breathing. Um, so on the soft tire, I can brake almost at the 150 board. Finding on the medium tire and then the hard tire, I have to brake a little bit sooner, but it's say about halfway. You know, I'd say depending on the tire, halfway if you're on the hard tire, probably. We'll find out in the mock race. You know, 3/4. Between the 200 and the 150 board on the mediums, and then probably right at the 150 board on the softs, is what I'm finding. Your mileage may vary, but what I'm trying to do is whichever tire I'm on, whichever point I brake, is brake, 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 brake down to second gear. What I'm trying to do is, this is another one of these. This is going to be another one of these combo turns where you want to be as smooth as you can through it to let this car, you don't want to be too abrupt with the weight shift changes because uh, again, the back end will start to step out, and we're going to have to, at least for me, I'm going to be kind of, you just saw in the demo laps, I'm going to be abusing the curvings here on the exit of this to try and get the best kind of line out. So I am purposely going to be putting this car at a place where it doesn't want to be, which is, jumping over curbings. But if I do it right, more often than not, I won't. Is when I turn in, I do want to just kiss the curbing here with the left sides, get the car to the middle, and again, it's kind of like, if possible, give the car kind of a moment to breathe and get set, so that when I'm going to turn it in here, I'm actually going to try and hit the orange curbing with the right side tires. Car's going to bounce, get it on the throttle as best I can, maybe throw a little steering in to keep it straight and out on the left side and onto the second of the long straightaways. As come out of this first gentle left-hander, I'll probably bring the car about to the middle, keep it here, and then just as the road turns left again, just let the car continue to come out to the right side. Probably fourth gear, fifth gear. And where I'm going to be braking at is right where the pavement changes from the old uh, section, or the way it used to be with the really sharp chicane, and to this now more rounded turn. So I'll be braking again. Of course, I'm not really noticing. I just noticed it now. It's like, oh, there's a 150 board there. For me, it's easier to spot the pavement change. Now that's right now at noon here at Yas Marina. In the middle of the night or in weather, it might be a little more difficult to see. So then I'll probably look at other things. I know the sign is a little bit too far down, but maybe then I count how many lights back from that. But regardless, brake, 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 brake. You can see I've locked the brakes here a few times, down to third gear. I'm trying to brake across the track to get it to the apex here on the entry. And here's where I'm still trying to find the right line. I think for me, the ideal line is to let the car come out to about mid track as you pass under the signage here. And then this is where I'm going to try to experiment with rolling back into the throttle and kind of get to the apex late, right before it turns back blue. Let the car come out to the right side. I think that's the right line. I'm not sure. That's the line I'm using with this car. Again, if you're really wide, you're going to leave yourself open for somebody to take a look on the inside. If you try to hug the inside a lot, then you got to be careful on how quickly you get back to the throttle. You might get the back end to step out. Okay, so heading down, getting ready to get into the hotel section. This one I'm still working on. Sometimes I bring the car out a little bit. Sometimes I'll leave it here. But I think I finally got it figured out again, where I'll apex there, let the car come out to the left side, and it's braking just past the, well, it's Energy for Life on this side, but it's the melee sign. But anyhow, that banner, just braking, just get it out here, brake. You can actually even see kind of the discoloration on the circuit where the cars have hit the brakes and have started to scrub rubber on the track. Down to third gear, balance it through here. As you get to the outside, down to second. Again, for both of these, I'm trying to stay off the outside curbing. Because again, I'm trying to turn right, and if you get the left sides on there, that might upset the car right when you don't need it to. Second gear, I'll probably use this curbing a little bit, keep the car to the left side, maybe bring it off slightly. I'm not going to go all the way out to the right side to bring for this for these next two corners because they're almost a double apex. So first apex there, let the car come all the way out, balance with the throttle, maybe a little touch the brakes, turn it in, roll back into the throttle, and to this penultimate corner that is, I haven't sorted it out yet. I'm because I don't have like a definitive turn-in point, so I'm still trying to find that. You want to have the car out here on the left side. As I look at the track map, you know, it's a right-hander. It's not quite 90 degrees, but I'm still, I think, turning in slightly too early because the exit comes up really, really fast. So maybe it is trying to time it as close to the 50 board as possible. So, you know, I'll in the mock race, if you stick around that long, I'll let you know when I think I've done it right. Um, but it's a little bit of a break. I think a little bit of break, a little lift through here. The exit comes up here. You can cross way over. Personally, if I can get the previous corner right, I don't want to get on the curbing. I want to try and stay off of it, or maybe only just get on it a little bit, because I don't want to unsettle the car too much before braking for the final corner. And at least right now, for me, the pit entry blend line is where I'm braking at. So out here, brake, 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 brake. The turn in is probably going to be about where it starts to turn in. For me, then I think it's driver's choice, second or third gear, depending on how you feel and you know how the balance is for you. But it is a late, you know, kind of a late apex turn in. You can use a lot of this inside curbing, roll back into the throttle, and that's a lap of Yas Marina. So, you know, kind of a you know, tale of two different tracks. I mean, Hakone being very flowing, very almost similar to a Bernese Alps, where it is more about maintaining momentum and just flowing corners, to Yas Marina, which while it has some flowing corners, there's a bit more technical bits to it. But that's Hakone and not Hakone. That's Yas Marina. I'm getting my track guides confused. So what we're going to do now, let's go ahead and run the mock race and see if we can avoid 60-second penalties. Let's go ahead and exit. We're going to quit race. I actually did do a little more tire testing prior to starting this, so we'll see how that goes. Let's get loaded up first. Oh, it's going to make me pick the car. Fine. Jag. All right, so I'm going to load saved options. All right, let's just make sure. Circuit race. Okay, so this, I need to redo this again. What did we say? It's a longer lap. Yeah, we're going to do 13 laps. Again, because we'll have a qualifying session, so it'll be about a half an hour race. Starting time of day, random is fine. Rolling, track rubber 20, random of there is fine. 823. Okay, cars. Any 725 rules. Okay, sport rules. Fuel and tires only, 5x. All right, I'm going to trust you, Forza. Standing start, PI. I'm still going to do the half-second delay on exit, though, or at least off the start. We'll accept those options. Let's see what the weather's like. Oh, good, it's night. Is the nice lady going to tell us about Yas, or she doesn't do that anymore? Yeah, she doesn't do that anymore. Okay, so let's go. All right, so fuel and tire. It's for the 5X tire wear, for what we're running, you're looking at, as I get back to my notepad, where is it? Soft, medium, hard, 4, 6, and 8. And I would say the 6 is, we'll see how it goes in the race, but it's one of those, it's about, you'll get about to the end of lap 6. It'll probably go 60%, probably as you're getting into the hotel section. So that, at least that's for me. But I kind of look at that and saying, yeah, it's going to be slow. You're not going to have as much grip, but at least it's in a slower portion of the circuit where, you know, you probably can survive a bit better past 60% through there than say through, you know, some of the faster portions of the track. So what we're going to do is, let's see if we're going to do 13. Yeah, we'll go hard tires. And nope, hang on, I want to lower the fuel. 15, 14 laps. So 8 and 6. So yeah, hard medium will definitely get you to the end, no problem. If it's 13 laps, if it's, you know, you might be able to do it on hard soft if you want to do, you know, if you want to stretch the hards a little bit, or if you think you can get 5 laps on the soft. Let's go ahead and start. It's where at night some of the things I've been looking for is going to look a little different. So let's see what it looks like in. And I'm still going to pull to the side, but I am not going to go off track because it's still kind of given that 60-second penalty. And I'm wondering if it's before, because I'm going off track before start finish. We're just going to move it over here. Don't hit me. Good. We do have, so a little bit of tire wear on the back, on the rear tires. So yep, I'm still there. Janetta. Okay, so still got relatively cold tires, so I'm just going to brake a little early, gentle. It's going to be a fun chicane during the race. Just going to hedging bets with traffic, so I'll brake a little bit early in case they do something weird. Oof. Ah. Here, I thought I was having trouble with the new section of the track. A little bit. I'm in third right now. Yeah, probably should have gone to second there, given the traffic, and then compromising the exit. Forza, come on, you need to. Just need to be a little more conscious of what's around them. Somebody's got turbo. Draft. Kind of my fault there. I didn't quite get my braking done right, but least it was my fault running into the Lotus. I almost hit the wall. It's late. No punishment.
Total time penalty is about half a second.
It's either I was too late on the brakes or just not enough given the hard tires. It's going to be interesting. I'm expecting somebody to blow through there. Oh no, they held it. Very surprised. Yeah, a little bit of braking there. Oh, pick a direction. Yeah, I'm turning a little bit early. There's another half second.
Total time penalty is about 1.5 seconds.
That's right, I might be at 60 seconds by the end of the race. Just take a look, just cheat into the inside a little bit, just in case a typical guy got on the binders early. He didn't, so all good. Might have two. I thought I had trouble navigating that chicane. think instead of trying to carry so much speed through, I am braking for that penultimate right-hander. I think I finally got the timing figured out. That's about the best I've done that. I'm still a little bit late for that. Third gear this time. Yeah, the car's a little more on its heel, so it's going to push a little bit more. So if you want a little more point when you turn in, second gear is probably better for you there. Push, 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 push. A little better. I think I'm carrying or braking a little too much, but at this point, a little too much push. 1,000th off my best. A little bit late. We're going to go to lap 8. Inherited the lead, so we'll see where I end up once we get a little bit late. Somebody's taking out cones. Oh, wow. Yeah, tires are definitely not happy. Still pushing a little bit through there. I mean, again, granted that we're almost at 60% on the tires. All right, pit entry. So through the final corner, just keep it to the right. Brake just before the pit commit line. And try not to hit the wall. Well, I'll try and practice that at some point. Medium tires. Skip. Long pit lane, so plenty of time to drink your favorite beverage. This is the unique circuit where the pit exit goes underground, crosses under the circuit, and spits you out on the right side. But since this isn't the corkscrew version, it should just be able to accelerate nicely out back onto the racing line. So I've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got 5 laps to catch Lucky. A Lucky who doesn't race with us much anymore, though. He keeps saying he wants to join us for next season when we go stock car racing. So we'll see if that happens. Catch him. I think we should be able to, but it's doing the wall there. A little wide. Oh, he went into the pits. Probably. Bit of a lockup. Okay, that's better. Still think I'm slowing a little too much, though. There's a big one.
Total time penalty is about 2.5 seconds. 3 remaining.
Copy that. And there's track limits there. I'm pitting twice. Running in early. Third gear might be the better gear there. And I think I am braking a little bit early for that right-hander, but I just want to make sure I get through it. At this point, I mean, against the AI, it's like I'm not in any danger of them catching me. So it's really just putting together just consistent laps, bring the car home.
One more. Finish strong.
Stu, I think your driver chart is drinking a little too much Pink Whitney before it goes right in races. And the nice fireworks. Always a nice touch. But let's see what the race results are. Yeah, 29:09. So yeah, I think given bucket delays and like that, 13 laps is probably going to be right on the money. But that is Yas Marina in the Jaguar D-Type. Hopefully, again, I think traditionally, I think we've always run we've always tried to run the Yas at night. So hopefully the randomizer will be favorable. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Again, we got the Vegas race here in a couple of hours, and yeah, and happy Thanksgiving. So again, no regularly scheduled Thursday races for TNT. So this is track guides for 2 weeks from now. So have a great weekend, happy Thanksgiving, and happy racing.